So you must be very happy with the result of the AfD. So what is your main target, being the strongest party in the opposition?
Well, it's a historic result. We doubled our numbers. We're the only opposition party now which is not from the left side. So we will push the new government further and further. They were campaigning, the CDU, the Christian Democrats were campaigning on illegal migration, and they were campaigning on changing the policy when it comes to economy and energy. And they will be not able to change that policy because they're now in coalition with the former Chancellor's party, the SPD, the Social Democrats, and Olaf Scholz's party. And so everything they promised, they cannot deliver, and we will make that very, very clear. Of course, we will support every motion and every law which is tabled when it comes to stop illegal migration, but it will by no means be enough. This is what's for sure right now.
Yeah, the international press is looking on Germany and says, okay, well, you're a right-wing populist party. Is the country still open to do business internationally, or should investors or international investors are concerned about the outcome?
Well, international investors have been very concerned about Germany in the past. We have never seen so much money leaving Germany, billions leaving Germany. So German invest more than the outsiders investing in Germany. So and this is due to the policy which has been imposed on Germany for the last at least three years and even longer. So what is needed also for the investments to come back to Germany is a shift specifically in the area of the economy and the energy policy. And this is what has been proposed by Merz, and which will not be it's impossible to change this policy together in a coalition with the Social Democrats, because they were responsible for everything what took place in the past 3 years.
Let me ask you on migration, because you're clearly, you want to stop on migration, but what's the message here again on international talent who wants to come to Germany? Do you welcome them?
Absolutely. This is what we always made very clear. But we have to look for the talents, and that does not mean that every refugee from Syria and Afghanistan can stay. Everyone who is coming to Germany to seek asylum, he has to leave our country when there's no longer a need for asylum, which is true for Afghanistan and for Syria. But we have to look for skilled workers, and we will find them more likely in the Far East than in the South or in the Arab countries. And this is what we have to go for. But we have to make very clear, also as a signal to the world, if you come to Germany as a refugee, you will not be accepted as labor force, because that will attract even more people coming from the very south, from Africa, from Syria, from Afghanistan, to seek asylum and then stay and say we're labor force. No, that's not the way you come into Germany. We have to pick those who we need, and that's something else, what's going on.
What's your stance on Russia and the Ukraine and the war which is unfolding there? Should we stop delivering weapons? Are you in favor of upping the defense budget?
We're against delivering weapons to Ukraine because we do not think that this will bring peace to Ukraine. We support strongly what Donald Trump is going for, a push for diplomatic solution of the problem, stop delivering weapons, stop fueling the war, and rather go into peace talks. This is what is backed by AfD. And when we then look what's the further future of Ukraine, we will see what will be the outcome. And on the other hand, the AfD always was supporting the idea to have a strong army, to support our army. And so we have most likely spent more on our army as well. But still, I don't think that's a lack of money at the very moment why our army is so weak. It's a lack of competence. This is what we have seen, because our budget is still very high if you compare it to the Russian budget spent on army.